Well, we're back with another desk job. This one's an electronic one. I'm going to talk about GPS modules. There's a spare one that I've bought. This is one that I was using and it fell victim to a 24 to 12 volt converter that over voltaged my regulators. I ended up blowing up the little tiny regulator on the board here. Now this is actually, it's not the most expensive GPS receiver, but it's also not the cheapest. I'd like to have it working again. So for the grand total of like $1, I have a bunch of 3 volt regulators here, which are the LP 3.3s. I have a reflow gun. I think I can probably lift this off the board and bonk a new one on. So that's what I'm going to have a crack at today. Let's see what we can do. Alright, thank you to a Samsung update. That means I can use the light again when I'm filming. We're going to get our reflow gun here and upset my UPS. We're going to plonk a tiny little bit of flux on here. Well, my UPS definitely doesn't like this. Now, I'm going to try and hold this over the camera. This also makes it a bit more awkward when we're doing these things. We don't want to overheat my tweezers as well, or disrupt other components in the area. And I picked a day where I'm shaky to do this. Well, that came off really easy. And I don't think I disturbed other components. For this bit, we need to move over to the microscope here. Just make sure that everything's intact on the board before we go to the trouble of attaching a new one. Find some focus here. So they're not used one extra pad. They haven't populated that. That's okay. There's probably enough solder and flux there that this will probably go back on as is. So I think I might try that. All of these things are wildly tiny. I only want one of these out. So we're going to try and just open a little flap with a scalpel here. Hopefully we can lift this out with a pair of tweezers. Because these are designed for pick and place machines. Here's our component. So in this step I've added a little bit of flux already. So in this one I'm going to try and drop this component on using the flux to stick it down. And we will hope the hot air makes this settle on the board. I think I've found a camera angle that works for everyone here. I think I might bypass the UPS with the heat gun in future. Make sure she doesn't blow away. I want to get this hot enough to bond back on the pads. I hope there's a bit of surface tension. Pulls it back on the pad here. I think I see some bonding happening. Okay, we'll let the heat off and see if that fixed our problem. Let it all cool off now. Alright, I need a new battery for my microscope, but this is cooled off. It seems to be on pretty tightly. Let's give it some power and see if it fires up. Okay, we have it attached to a little serial converter here. We're just going to check because I've used some non-standard colors. Let's see, 5 volt is orange to VCC. The ground is to the next one along, which is yellow. So yellow is on ground. Okay, so one of three things will happen here. 1, it'll blow up. 2, it'll do nothing. Or 3, it'll fire up normally and start farting out serial data. So let's see if we get any lights on this. So far, no lights. Right, so I think I know what the problem is. What I got was LP 3.3 volt regulators. What should be on this, and what I checked from the new board, let's see what that one was. That was a 4B2K or 4B2X, I'm not sure which. But that is a 12 volt regulator, or a 12 volt maximum voltage regulator, linear reg, that goes on the board. So I've got the wrong chip. So while I did get it connected properly, wrong chip. So I'll order a couple more and we'll see what we do with the next ones. Anyway, this is functionally how you would get this working. Anyway, it's been interesting. We'll see you in another video. Hopefully we have more success. So just to recap, the one thing that we did miss here is the old chip was so blown that I couldn't determine what the actual chip was. I had to make a guess based on some images and stuff like that. None of them were very clear. But since I've got a new board in, I can tell that it was the 4B2K or 4B2X chip. I'm going to look them up, put them on my list. Anyway, we'll move on and we'll see what we can actually do.